You just passed your real estate exam and you've came to the conclusion that they didn't teach you a damn thing about being a realtor. Don't worry, I got you covered. We're going to discuss 10 tips that can propel you in the next 12 months to earn 6 figures in real estate commissions. My name is Richard Soto with VIP Realty, and I have absolutely nothing to sell you, so stay tuned. Real estate can be very rewarding and profitable if you have a good game plan. In this video, we're going to go step by step in regards to what you should be doing as a brand new agent. So let's start with the number one thing. And obviously, you're going to have to join the local MLS board. You can't do much without your key card and MLS access. So that's the very first step. As soon as you become sponsored with your broker, go join the board as quickly as possible. And don't just stop there. When you get home, research properties, peruse the MLS, search different types, condos, townhomes, farm and ranch, commercial. Get to know the system very, very well. Second thing you're going to want to do is don't wait till you have a client to actually use your key card. I encourage our agents at VIP Realty to preview properties way before they ever obtain a client. So you'll want to take your husband, your wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case is, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, it doesn't matter. Or worst case, you can go preview homes by yourself, pick a neighborhood, pick a city, go look at 5, 6, 7 homes on a Saturday, do it again on Sunday, be comfortable with the showing service, making appointments, be comfortable with the lot box, turning on and off alarms. So make sure you do that well ahead of time. So first step, join the board, preview properties, get to know the system of showing. Number 2 is you're going to want to work on a contract or an offer. I always tell our agents, it's better to be prepared and not have an opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. So as soon as a new agent joins our team, I tell them, go preview some properties, send me an offer on Monday so we can do a Zoom together and we can redline it. So just role play with your client or your friend and ask them, what would you like to offer on this home? When do you want to close? What about the option days? It is very important to cover that step ahead of time. I can't tell you how many times I've had agents at our office that have been with us for 4, 5, 6 months call me on a Sunday evening and say, Richard, great news. I'm submitting an offer, but I need you to help me type it up. And it's 8 o'clock at night on Sunday. Obviously, I'm going to help them, but I say, Jane, you've been here for 5 months. Why are you waiting so long to be prepared? So don't be that agent. As soon as you go active, preview homes, submit an offer, send it to your broker or your team leader, manager, whoever it is that you're under, and have them redline it with you. So when you do have a client, you're not freaking out, running in circles, trying to figure it out. You're competent and confident because you've already done numerous offers and you know exactly what you're doing. So that's step 2. Moving on to step 3 as a new real estate agent, and that's going to be to learn your scripts. So at our office, we have scripts for pretty much everything possible. We have for sale by owner scripts. We have expired listing scripts. We have open house scripts. Whatever it is that you're going to focus on, make sure you have your scripts down. Anytime you see a for sale by owner or you see an expired on the MLS, you want to be able to call them and communicate effectively in regards to the service that you offer and how you can benefit them sell their home fast and for top dollar with the least amount of hassle. You don't want to drive by a neighborhood and see a for sale by owner outside and you're stumbling, bumbling, not knowing what to say. Always be prepared ahead of time. So learn those scripts to whatever type of prospecting you're going to do. If you're going old school and you're going to go door knocking, make sure you have a great elevator pitch once you start knocking on that front door. At our office, we also have buyer presentations and seller presentations. So if your office provides that, you don't want to be, again, that agent that has a listing appointment that's never looked at the listing presentation. So make sure you go over the listing presentation numerous times till you have it down packed. So when you have an opportunity to do a listing presentation, you are ready to go. We generate thousands of leads each and every year that we provide to our agents. And unfortunately, there are agents even within our own office that I will never, ever send a seller lead to because they've never done the work on their end and preparing themselves for that opportunity. Some agents think that you'll provide a lead and then they can practice on it. It's not going to happen. Not at our office anyway. You have to be ready and capable before we give you an opportunity. So always be prepared. Step 1, join the board. 2, preview homes. 3, submit a sample offer to your broker. 4, I'm running out of numbers. I could be totally off track, guys. And that's going to be to have your scripts down packed. Okay, moving on to number 5, and that's to build your personal brand. When somebody sees you at a restaurant, at the park, whatever the case may be, you need to be known as the real estate expert. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is by building and developing a brand. When I go to the gym, people know me as the real estate broker. And there are restaurants that I frequent throughout the week, and the staff knows me as there's a real estate broker. So anywhere you go, you want to be known as the real estate expert in your market. And you can do that numerous ways. One is by your social media. Make sure you have a Facebook business page, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is that you're going to do. All your social media accounts need to look the same and be branded. Number 2 is you need to have a website. And not just any cheap $10 WordPress website. You need to have a website with an IDX or the MLS where they can search by map, radius search, polygon search. You want to be able to provide the user a great experience just as if they were on Zillow or Realtor.com. So having a website is extremely important. In my opinion, I don't want to go into the marketing discussion. We can do that on another video. But for me, a website is the number 1 key factor when I'm generating leads. So brand your social media accounts, have a website, start a YouTube channel, talk about the community, act as if. There's a saying that I learned many years ago, and that's act as if. When I first got into real estate, I was clueless. I didn't know anything. But when I walked into that office, you would have thought I was Donald Trump Jr. and I knew everything. I had to play the role until I actually made it a reality. Another item that's going to help you with your branding is going to be business cards. And please don't purchase the cheap cards, the cheap stock. Get yourself a thick business card. I can't tell you how many times I go out networking and different vendors, whether it's a landscaper or roofer. If they give me a cheap business card, to me, I'm reading into their services and their quality of work. So make sure you have a good business card. I always tell our agents, if you're not going to invest in yourself, nobody else is going to invest in you either. So not only get a professional business card, get a professional headshot that you'll use on your business card, on your signs, on your website. So while you might have to spend, I don't know what a headshot is these days, $30, $50, we'll say $75. It's an expense that's needed to make you look professional. Even through our CRM on the back end of our website, I actually deleted like 10 people in the last 6 months off the Meet the Team page because it looked like there was a selfie photo taken. That just doesn't look professional. You need to go ahead and spend some money and market yourself the right way. So I highly encourage all our realtors to get a professional headshot because you'll utilize it in a variety of different ways, not just for your business card. Moving on to 6 in what you need to do as a new agent to be very successful in your first year, and that's to know the market. I can't tell you how many agents don't know their local market. You need to know how much inventory there are, the median home price in your community. You need to know how much the HOA fees are in the biggest, most popular subdivisions. You need to know about the school district and what schools are rated higher than others. We get a ton of calls from people relocating from around the world and across the country, and the majority of them are families, and the very first thing they ask is, how are the schools? I'm leaning towards City A, but I also like City B. Can you tell me the differences in regards to the school district, cost of living, crime, public transportation? These are all things that you need to know. Don't be that realtor that just has a key card and can open a door. You are of no value to anyone, especially your clients. You need to take your job serious, and knowing the market and knowing your community is a great start. Okay, moving on to number 7, and that's build and organize your database. Your database is going to be a gold mine, and the majority of realtors, even experienced realtors, don't utilize a database, which is mind-boggling to me. The longer you stay in this business, the more transactions you'll have, the more past clients you'll have. On a daily basis, we generate anywhere between 20 to 60 leads a day through our websites. There is no way we could stay organized and have a good follow-up system if we didn't have a great database. So with our database, it's attached to our site, so we're able to see how the leads came in, what they saved, what they searched, how long they stayed on the website. Are they on the website right now, so I can make that phone call and my conversion rate can go through the roof. Just as importantly, we're able to set the calendar for a future call date. Most clients that you deal with are not going to buy a home this Saturday. It's going to be a process and not an event. So having a database that can help you with the follow-up is crucial. Not only that, you should separate your database into your sphere of influence. If it's a commercial, an investor, a past client, there are numerous ways to set up your database. Don't want to get too in-depth on every subject, or this video would take forever, but having a database is a must. And if you set it up properly, within your 3rd year or so, you'll be making 6 figures by attracting business, not having to chase it. We have hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of past clients in our CRM, and those dates pop up every time. You know, I'll give you one quick follow-up that we do. So when somebody closes, office calls, congratulations, da-da-da-da-da. How did the realtor do? We take a little survey. Then we set up a reminder call for the following year. Hey Joe, it's Richard with VIP Realty. It's been a year since you were in your home today. How's it going? Do you need any painters, plumbers, whatever the case is, whatever it is that you need, make sure you reach out to us. We're here to help you. You are a lifelong client of ours. And then we obviously ask for a referral. If you know anybody who's buying or selling, please give them my name and number. So database is extremely, extremely important. Moving on to number 8, and that's lead generation. The majority of realtors fail because they don't know how to market and they don't know how to generate leads. In this business, if you can't make your phone ring, you will be out of business, and that's a fact. You're going to need to generate leads on a consistent basis. Otherwise, you'll have huge peaks and valleys. I know a lot of agents that'll make $30,000, $40,000 one month and won't have a closing for 6 months. And it's just so many ups and downs because, one, they don't have a database, right? And they're not following up properly. And 3 is because they don't have a predictable lead generation funnel. So in our office, we do several things, but the things that we focus on and we're the best at without question is SEO. I've been doing SEO for 20 years almost, and it has generated thousands and thousands of leads throughout the years. Every year we'll get over 10,000 leads organically through Google, which has been a massive blessing. We do social media marketing as well, mainly Instagram, Facebook, and we use it for retargeting. YouTube as well. We've got millions of views on YouTube, some videos with hundreds of thousands of views, hundreds and hundreds of comments. YouTube has been huge for us as well. And we do some radio ads as well. So we have numerous pillars. You don't want to depend on one lead generation source because it could dry up on you very quickly. So always have several pillars. But initially, my advice as a new agent, pick one and be the best at it. Be the best at it. If you're doing SEO, have the best optimized website in your market. If you're going big on video on IG, TikTok, be the best at it. Dominate that particular vertical. Then you start adding additional pillars. I've seen a lot of very successful agents who've depended on one pillar go out of business because they didn't diversify. So make sure in time, you start adding additional pillars. So lead generation is going to be the backbone of every realtor. The more leads you generate, the more income you'll have. It's pretty simple. If your phone doesn't ring, you will be out of business. As a matter of fact, talking about a phone, as a new agent, when you have your phone, you need to call every person on your phone. Not only that, you probably have thousands of friends on Facebook, IG, TikTok. Not only can you call everybody you know, you can send them a direct message. Not only that, you can text everybody that you just received your license. You have to broadcast to the world that you are a real estate agent and you're ready to assist them with their next home purchase, whether they're buying, leasing, selling, whatever it is that you're going to do. Make sure everybody in the world knows that you're in the real estate business. I have a lot of VIP merch and everybody in the gym sees me wear it constantly. I coach an AAU club. I have about 150 kids that play for my organization. I've never asked for one referral. But when I go to practice, Coach Soto's got the VIP shirt, VIP cap. Depending on what I'm driving, I have a car wrapped with VIP stuff all over it. So I'm always branding myself and our office. And I can tell you this, I've gotten more deals than I can count from our basketball club alone. When a parent trusts you with their child, they're obviously going to trust you with their real estate transaction. So leads. Generate as many as you can. We're coming around the home stretch and moving on to number 9, and that's reinvest in yourself. Constantly reinvest in yourself. It's great when you have a lot of closings in 1 month and you feel like you're on top of the world. You might want to go shopping. You might want to go ahead and get that new Mercedes or whatever the case that you've been wanting to purchase, but don't do it. Don't do it just yet. Reinvest into some training. Reinvest into your website. Reinvest into better gear for your videos. Reinvest the majority of your money. As a new agent, when I first started, like I said, I was huge on SEO. Every closing that I had, the majority went right back into my website. And it was the best thing I ever did because it has paid for itself 1,000 times over. As of recent, the last year and a half or so, we've got millions of views on our YouTube channel, and I've reinvested portions of our income back into better camera gear. I started out with, I think it was a $200 Canon. Now I got the best camera on the market with numerous gimbals, different lenses. I don't even know how to use this stuff just yet, but I reinvested it because I know YouTube and video has been giving us a ROI. So make sure as you're going and growing that you reinvest back in your business. Now, for the last and final item, and that's going to be consistent. Real estate has a lot of peaks and valleys. You can eliminate a lot of the valleys if you stay consistent. We have a huge office, and I see it even with our own agents where they'll have a great month, and it's easy to kind of let go of the wheel and try to coast. And while you might deserve that, be careful, because it's easy to stop doing what you've been doing if you don't stay consistent. I got to the point when I was a new agent where I would make calls 3 hours a day. I would prospect, and I was cold calling, literally out of a phone book, because I had no funds to market myself. But it got to the point where I was so good, I was able to convert at a high rate. And if I didn't do it, I felt odd that day. I was like, gosh, I got to make some calls. I got to call somebody. I need to drum up some business. That's where you want to be at, because you could easily go the other way where you stop making your prospecting calls and then the phone's like, nah, I don't want to call anybody. They're going to say no. It's lunchtime. Oh, it's dinner time. They're probably eating with their family. I don't want to interrupt. So be very careful. The key is to stay consistent. There are a lot of other things that we can cover, but those are 10 of the top items as a new agent I would recommend for anyone to propel their career in the right path. Real estate is amazing, and this could be a great career if you set it up properly to begin with. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please let me know. Comment below. I'd be happy to answer them. And if you're in a different market outside of Texas or California and you're wanting to open up a VIP branch, I would love to discuss that with you. And as always, I'll see you on the next video.